Our topic for tonight is about the scale and the chromatic scale in the minor to major. The run will be 6251. 6 A minor, D minor, on different keys. Minor scale. Let's go to the 8 hertz. Later on, I will tell you how what's happening. You just play. You just listen to the runs within the minor scale of the C to A minor. Yes, 9 to 12 hours, especially when you're not stressed. You have to select time in a silent place that you can practice sensitively on afternoon about 2 to 4. You can divide it in rest, couple of rest about. Just continue practicing while involved in the different kind of techniques that you can buy in Amazon. Just the book of what do you call this? There's a lot of books down there with with a selection in Amazon. But find a good selection of book magazine that you can select the best way to interpret your ideas and the lines within a contemporary and jazz, pop, or whatever. But find a good book that specifically fit to your uh, sequence of uh, uh, it's up to you if what is your what you call this your lack of ability to specify what will be the good time for you to practice, specifically when this time is about 9:20 in the evening. So before you sleep, 3 hours or 4 hours, you have to hold your instrument. This is technique with me is I'm using it before when in serenade. So, for example, I used to sing this, but the voice, the chords is here. So, it's up to you to find a good position of your neck of your guitar that includes within a whole step, half step of minor scale, the position of A minor with a 7, or B minor up, B flat, D, C sharp, that's, yeah, that's E flat, C, the position of the neck to different take the 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 in a separate idea. It's not an experimenting, but that continues the product of the what we call this the practice of uh, 3 6 3 see half step, full step. So it's a up and down technique. The solution for you to develop is the sizable knowledge to get the idea of uh, changing chords. Example, only in very simple chord C major will be uh, changed to E minor. It's the same. So up on the 8, we'll be learning the chord progression down to the third, 6. The fifth will be plotted. The seventh can be divided to a diminished or division of 6 to 1. You remember 6 to 1? 6 to 1 is a 6 is a minor, 2 is a minor, 1 is a major. So the same upstairs and down is separate technique of what we call of skeletal system of the neck of the guitar. Different shell voicing, the coping, the triad between 1 or 2 between the lines of 8 to 12 or 14 to 16. So you have to begin only on a separate matter of time to 4 to 8. The 8 will be different because it can be transfers to that will be the 7. That's F sharp. So you have to separately motivated of one idea to another because to mention that the chord is minor to major, major to minor, you have to carefully divide it to the F, begin the technique to F or the G. The selection will be, it's up to you because if you will selected the will learn in the 8 and the 12 of the scale position of the what you call of the neck because different technique the next texture of the guitar is different, so purchase a good guitar, acoustic guitar, it's up to you, electric or whatever kind of instrument you want. But for me, I advise you to buy a acoustic because if there's no what you call this, there's learning position if you don't have any amplifier or texturized mixer for you to have. You can be practice on a different kind of version like good books of Martin Taylor as a jazz player, or Martin Taylor, Joe Pass. You have to get the specific in nice book. This is a simple knowledge of verbal explanation, which is an experience in what you call in session, whether it's weekends or what we call this MIDI file. When you're a beginner, you have to take out the guitar in the MIDI file and use a Banbasco player and different kinds of what you call this of sequence position sampler in the in the karaoke lines. Yung karaoke lines, I advise you to just to learn the chords and write down up on the lyrics. It's better because if you're going to use a karaoke lines, it's a MIDI, you will not be a good musician. You will, what you call this? They will acknowledge you only or in a position in the musicians go overseas, they just what you call this, you're a musician of only copier or what you call this imitator, and you cannot be a good musician in a position to uh, direct your group to any what you call this in any groupings. If you will not get the good scale, just continue practice. But I advise you to don't use MIDI file for you to because I've experienced already to learn in a do position. It's up to you if you can use or not. But specifically, you have to dribble the ability to practice. Uh, if you finish your set about 11 or 12, you can sleep. Then after that, you can practice two in the afternoon, one take a lunch, and 2 p.m. until 5. You can use your ability to change the position for different techniques. Then slowly, you gradually take out your MIDI for you to decide to take acoustic, a simple way of practicing. But for me as a soloist, abroad in serenade only is solo is quite very difficult because you don't have to what you call this to engage in any activities in the social gatherings or functions. You have to go only on the stage, go in your room and practice. So it's a very difficult matter for soloists if you don't know the technique of doing this. You have to discipline also your what you call this your intake of alcohol or smoking because you don't have a voice. You will what you call this do that. And after that, in the early stage of your what we call it of your learning, you don't go out just to engage only on a specific. You have to concentrate on practicing until you get the best time for you because you cannot actual engage in different kind of events. For here in the Philippines, there's a lot of gigs out of town that you can go out with your friends, but you have to careful also the kind of music they play because sometimes it's different and you have to at least practice 3 to 6 months before you go out on outfield music because this is your career and this is not a joke that you will go involved in the music society. You have to study well what is your position in your group. If you're a guitarist, keyboardist, drums, if you're second, and whatever you want instrument. But sometimes in the big band, at least you know to read the black notes. That will be invisible for you, invincible for you to use your ear properly, not to mention the backward of the affair of your story in the line of practical ability of doing the 6251, uh, putting the ninth as a minor or major, and the 11th will be a major, and the sixth can be added as a sharp or platted pip. But it's up to you to know what's going on shifting of the instrument or the shifting of the chords. Because if you don't have the proper adjustment of your chord progression, you have to rearrange that again in different kinds of musical score that you will get in touch. If you have a big event like a corporate concert, it's different also in what kind of backup that's the singer want, because the boss and the lead will be the vocalist, and sometimes they want it in a proper way of uh, orchestrated uh, orchestration. It's up to the recording of the song, and it's up to you if what is your knowledge of transferring your ability to one another, because sometimes you have to talk to the singer and what song they want to hear from you. But now, adapting the great imitators, the musicians, the Filipinos, are concentrated on what is the most popular song, and they will practice or request song in the field of uh, what we call in the outside world of in abroad is different also, because there's an international song, and here is different OPM, and likewise very popular American song. It's called the Revolution, American Revolution in music, in the history of mankind. That will be specifically, sometimes they use it properly on a key of G. If you will learn the master, the G and F, D and A and D on a different kind of position, you will be mobilized to be a what you call this as a pop or a contemporary backup musician for any kind of event, because there's a practice involved at least 1 month or 2 months before the show. You don't go to the stage that you're not properly directed by the arrangement of the composition or whatever will be deal with you or your group. As now, there's a popular group that I've really concerned that they are not uh, masterpiece the song properly. I cannot mention you because in different category there's a lot of musician and there's a lot of arrangement. In combo type of music, you have to follow the root of the bass. Was it half step or the relocate to the original key? Sometimes, specifically, uh, like contemporary music or pop, very easy chords because it's all major. Sometimes the use is only C or D. Like Madonna, his songs from yesterdays and years is C or D, borderline C. Madonna is an instrumental knowledge. But on the other hand, you don't have to separate yourself to any kind of social, what you call this, social event. Nowadays, there's a lot of bloggers, occupied contract musician, artists, uh, and different kind of collaboration knowledge to the society, including Montgomery, very powerful Voice Avenue, Bruno Mars, and this is specifically in the Philippines, very popular singer which transfers his song to different kind of collaboration, Regine Velasquez, uh, and many more standard pieces like Martin, standard song singer for Labi. The contract is very long because these singers are specifically known by the people around Asia. And America is very popular is Beyonce, what do you call this, singer that is her knowledge is playing the keyboard or the piano while singing. But sometimes you have to go direct on the simple way of an ever technique. And after that, Sarah Geronimo, there's a occupied the musician or a singer-song singer with her boyfriend now. Nowadays, they're duo on top of their occupied knowledge on the industry. And very popular in outside the Philippines is Freddy Aguilar, who sing the anak, an acoustic singer, play the anak. And these these singers and these groups are occupied only as a sample, not directly to mobilize your knowledge on the kind of music. This you can learn from their chords and motivate for yourself to investigate what kind of chords that inside on their song and what will be the collaboration of your idea to put a very wide and noted play that will be monopolized by the YouTube. This is a very strict matter, a billion views or whatever collapse to your mouthpiece of trumpet, like a trumpeter, very, very wide, you know. If you're a trumpet player, it's very different because orchestrated. In the big bands, it's different. It's a big industry in music, including world of big bands, orchestra, Latin, ballroom dancing, foxtrot, cha-cha, merengue, and whatever. Indian, their favorite kind of sing popular songs is they call it uh, a different kind of beat. It's dangdut. Tugs to pak, sticks to boom, boom, papak, dug, to pak, to dug, to pak, da. Then you put the chords properly like Montgomery Lipas, Taylor Martin, and Eric Clapton, very popular singer, sing the Wonderful Tonight and other kinds of rockers that you can enjoy and work them properly. It's up to you to adapt their ability. Not all songs that you will hear you will play. It's depend on what the request of the customer. These singers are involved in a very accumulated uh, piece of time because they have their what you call this their capability to demonstrate their singing because they are in the wide repertoire of combination of what chords in a very easy matter like the arranger or composer they will arrange it properly in one songs to another and they separate their songs to partial practice not payment. It's different. Money and music industry is different because there's no money in music. I will tell you the truth. You will not earn a lot of money in music. You know, financially capable. You don't have to bring your mind to when I be a good musician. I will get a lot of money. No, it's just enough for them to uh, learn the notes for their heads or nerves, you know. You know what I mean, my friend. But excuse me, for you to maintain the knowledge of your career, you have to learn the extravaganza of the chords on the 8 and 12 frets. That includes also in plus 1 is 9, and that will be the chords progression, and put that on 12, that will be the 13th, and 11, or whatever would you want to put on your chords. It's depend of your principal approach to the song. Now, very popular, there's a lot of very popular songs, but you cannot reach in the dynamic practicum of one idea to another because sometimes lady or a girl or boy or whatever and collaborate with them with their occupied extravaganza of motonized music. They call that like before, the very popular Michael Jackson who sings Billie Jean and Smooth Criminal and a lot of very popular world, very powerful pieces he sing. And these musicians are not occupied by their arrangement of idea to black notes to black Sabbath or black samba. He's a white funk guy. You to involve with them with a musically hearing aid to your what you call this microphone. Use your head and headphones to practice well properly, including your hats and temper for the beat, like a temper, like still like the trumpet, like Ninja Manaj, whatever, and a good player downtown soon. But purchase an example of a good life for you to course not of that constant practice, my friend. Even you're a good musician, if you don't have the proper documents in your mind, you will lose all the chords in one proper exhausted, you know. There's a lot of musicians, going outside in Asia is very difficult. Sometimes, okay, I sing, then you sing, it's different key, on a different arrangement, it's very difficult. So you have to practically know the lifetime event of your knowledge from different key. Don't run your idea to one another if what is the key that I will transfer to your song. Example, this song is I can sing that on C or D. What? No, I mean the right example because sometimes some musician they don't have the practice. They just use. They just play the music and there's no more practice. No more practice. It's up to you. Sing a song. Okay, sing. Give me a 4 bars if you're a jazzer or whatever. What is the key? D. If you have a trumpeter or player, tenor player, whatever, just need only the beat and after that sing a song or sing. Put the melody line on the diaphragm of the piece. Don't have to collab with them that, hey, I don't know the idea of thinking that this note is good for you or for me. I'm not, you have to collaborate with me properly. And what will be the problems of your songs that I cannot concentrate with your knowledge? Example, you have to participate also to the practice. Sometimes you occupy also your time with your family and with your loved ones. You have to quarrel with them. I'm practicing why you come here. I'm practicing in your friends. There's no more time for you, for your personal lifestyle, Because music, if you will go to the music, it's very different, my friend. You don't have to go in another participating in a movie career, whatever. You go to the newspaper lines, discover that on club, put that together on the map, and go to the gig. And whatever, what is your knowledge? Okay, there's a war. You still continue the musician. After the war, you go to the club, the officers club to play their favorite pieces. If you're a marching band, you have to go to outside. Go to Japan, America to perform the marching band and quit properly to mesmerize the idea of a musical career that you have. Not only for the event, but only for your friends and your country musicians that you manifest for your heads in your what is the popular song, the verbal or non-verbal verbal dance, whatever dancer or whatever down there. They are not thinking that, hey, can you mesmerize me about this song that I know? It's up to them what is their favorite song for their loved ones or your. It's up if what is the request. Hey, mom, what is your favorite song? Simple, you have a gig, a wedding gig, you don't know the song, and properly you don't know the sound system. Then you go, at least you have the guitar, with an acoustic so that you can sing it even for an 1 hour or 2 hours. You have the knowledge of sing a song and sing your own song. I'm sorry, just tell to them, I'm sorry, I don't know your song, but I properly acknowledge that maybe I will sing my song for you to know that I will engage for your appearance for the wedding or what birthday or whatever celebrant that will make properly and what will be the hats for them. It's hey my friend, can you put me in an extravagance of your example? You go to the fiesta, you bring only a few music about 30 songs. Times 6 to until the morning you will play with the orchestrations and you have your guitar, your trumpet, saxophone, whatever you have instrument that you're participated with the group. And you don't have to ask for the money. Just learning stage for you. Occupy your stage. Hey, what is the song that I can sing for your group? Uh, just there's I have a notes down there with the arranger and the composer. Then after that, you find the degree of couple of box of notes that pieces that will play for the whole night at the gig. It's very specifically to know the black notes. And the 16th and the 13th will be the idea of good for you is to participate in good combination of musicians, only marching bands. That will be the specific. You go out to the marching bands while you're going out to the combo is very difficult. But mastering their idea. There's a lot of combination of musical chords and musical accumulations of uh, participating your knowledge to them. Bachelor's degree, sometimes conservatory, they go outside the country, they go to United States, pay a lot of money to learn this what you documented like Beethoven or whatever piece they have a cello or whatever violin, whatever a customized uh, what you call this group, a symphony orchestrated like this book, get it Beethoven, for the piano. But it's what you call this is what you call research for you, and talk to your friend. What's the favorite song that can you text to me? Put that, tweet me. What is the best song for you? Something you have to quarrel with them. I thought this song is I've learned already for a couple of weeks. Then after that in the gig, different song you play again. We are not in the meeting to participate together. You told me that you will sing this song, and after that in the gig you don't know the song, and it's very difficult or the piece. So it's better for you to write the proper sequence in what we call this, know the run of the bridge, the chorus, and the intro. Even yun, okay, so let's see. In a basis way, at least you know what will be the key. Example, okay, go to the knowledgeable diagram of your group, collab with them. What will be our participated the intro for them, or what you call the collaboration of knowledge or idea. The specific timing for occupying the 6-2 or 5-1 or whatever, happy music, Bruno Mars, you have to be practiced with them. Don't go to stage properly if you don't have quality good group, because sometimes the competition is very difficult in small places like that. But it's up to you what kind of group you want. But practically, if you're a singer, at least you know the play the guitar nakapmut in every dialect in matters or which country you were. At least you play the guitar. That will be the combination, and you will be learn from another instrument and shifting to one another. Guitar, bass, drums, whatever, trumpet, saxophone, tenor, sing a song, just play big band or sing a song. At least you have your own instrument, and I'll advise you to run not occupied with the habit of while in the show, you take your cigarette and after that smoke and take about take alcohol. After that you will lose your memory. Then you sing the song in different key. Why you're drunk already? It's up to you. I'm not saying that you will perform with, like a military that you have to discipline yourself. It's up to you. Excuse me. It's up to you. You know what will be the specific time or degree for you to accept the acceptance. The sometimes I will not mention a good friend of me. Uh, the manager told him, "That's wrong. Why you do that to the because there are a lot of rules in big bands. No, they don't want it. They hurt. Oh, they are not well knowledgeable of what kind of. They are not a musician. They are what we are extraordinary people that they thought they are good already. Of continuous study in music. After this performance, after 2 3 days, there one more popular song that you will practice. After that, again, you have to learn it every day. It's different. So if you have one hit song that properly heard, and after your group will be transferred to one places to another, and 3 contracts or 3 months, 6 months, it depends. Sometimes 1 year or 2 years contract. In the manager or the FMB or the supervisor will ask them, the GM will like you to sing Korean song or what you have a Portuguese song, international song. What is the song that you want to hear? So the GM told me that you have to practice Chinese song, at least 10 songs of Chinese. And after that, another contract again. And there's a lot of way to develop your knowledge of musically translated idea for automobile society. There's a lot of practice to be made before you will perform. Not that will be the best practice first. If you have what we call a group, example, four piece, 5 piece, put the voice properly. There's a lot of musicians, they have no uniform. They go to the club, they have no uniform. What kind of group you have? You don't have uniform in the rhythm section. Or the singer will come. Of course, they have a uniform, also boots and everything. And after that, you don't have your proper dress, and you don't cut your hair. Because in music, there's a big market in music. It's very difficult. If you will tell that, hey, occupy me for your group, man. If you need some lessons, excuse me, you have to tell the truth that I don't know the song. I will follow you, the song, the chord that you know. Sometimes with me, when I don't know the pieces, and you have a group that I sometimes collab with in out of town, what is your song? I will follow you. Just continue the music and I will hear and I will follow. That will be the first principle that you will get in touch with the sessionist. You don't have any practice. And the club said, you have to play now. You don't have to practice. I want now to play immediately. At least you have your own knowledge to practice your own self. Directly to the guitar in your heads or what kind of instrument you have. Don't put your mind on your feet that I'm walking on the sunshine, but in the sunshine you're not practicing. You have to practice well before you go to the stage or make a collaboration that not to go to Thailand or Vietnam or China. And after that, you will go down there, you don't have knowledge airport to airport. Why? Because you don't know the song. The properly motivated for you is to practically know what kind of song that you will go. You're a Philippine, you're a great imitator. You go to China and you don't have a Chinese song. They will up to you. Because you're going to China, it's just a Chinese place. There's a Cantonese, Mandarin, whatever. There's a war down there. Why are you going down? Don't go in China, my friend. That's gonna be your day if you do that. That will be my advice to you. You have to carefully motivated of your course that you're learning. The song you properly will be a collaborated standard pieces that is knowledgeable or popular song in the uh, country. Of which country will go? Okay, you go to America and you don't have that. Yeah, you don't have any song that they will participate. There's a lot of community down there. Visayan, Ilocano, Pampangan, Tagalog, and everything. Vietnamese, and there's a lot of kind of people that different kind of music they want. I heard that. Can you please sing the song of the very popular Anak, the Freddy Aguilar? And after that, you don't know you don't know how to sing. At least your partner will know that. And up to you. You know, after that, you will learn the chords after that and the lyrics. At least you know this, the continuation of what key is good for you in your group. Excuse me again. Like Beethoven, I will tell you the truth that Beethoven is a crazy one also. Beethoven, very popular pianist, from his time, way back in 17th century, 16th century. Get back, boy. The truth that this is your kind of work. It's not a hobby or your what kind of arrangement do you have. The practice properly, go to your knowledge will go on. The experience, there's a lot to develop the song properly. Engage to the friends of one another. Transfer your idea to your friends properly. See, my friend, can we discuss this truth that this song is in B minor? Up to you, what kind of E flat or G or whatever. Excuse me again. This live streaming is carefully uh, motivated by great experience for the musicians to collab with your friends first, drink coffee with them, talk to them properly. If you're sitting down and talking to them, discuss with them properly what will be the good groupings for you, the song that you practice. Because there's a lot of musicians to come in and out on your band. You're a contemporary one. Example, you go to the group that chatted to you, my friend. This song is properly motivated. Can we sing it? Very popular. What song? They will give the album and said, this is one or two or three. At least we get the three songs for us to participate for our groupings. Then after that, you find the song properly and to talk to them properly that this will be a good for our group, contemporary one. Go to the disco house, sing that properly. There's no money in jazz or whatever. Jazz is only for a very big time event. And jazz is only for you, for your knowledge. But your heads will have contemporary pop in major and minor. And go out the door and practice properly. That will be the practical way to develop your knowledge of your music career. Don't go out with uh, drinker people, they talk too much about I'm a good band, and after that, they were quarreling the stage, slap the faces, bang to another. Don't do that, my friend. After that, you will lose your temper in the stage and slap your face on whatever they do that. After that, you drink, go home. After that, you will not learn the proper way to be musician. There's a lot of good musicians outside Singapore, Shanghai. Why they quarrel because of the what? The chords that they they quarrel only one note. No, you're sitting 7-11. No, no, don't do that. Power your leader. Don't be manipulated by. I'm already in the D, and why you're in F? There's no such thing like that. If I'm D, at least you're in D or related. We are not in just group. We were in a group. Groupies. I'm talking about the groupies. The principal affair of collaboration of knowledge is to listen properly to the song. Careful knowledge. What will be the good example for the musician to manipulate the idea in which music you have to participate on your group. It's a very long story that I've occupied already your time and probably said, my friend, what will be a good group that will be discussed? At least we have a singer, two or three. It's good for uh, sexy dance with the height and occupied there's no relationship because if you have a relation to the girls, it's gonna be your then, my friend. You're a pussy man or pussy girl. You're a lousy musician. Fucking man. What? You go out with fucking your singer? That's bad, man. You have a family, bring your occupied self. Girlfriend, boyfriend, up to you. But it's for me. It's better you will get your loved ones and participate with the sex of your guitar. Don't do that. You're a pookie man. Pookie pookie. Hey, there's a new singer. We can fuck the singer. And after that, you will sing with them. After that, pregnant, a problem again. Hey, group, this is a big problem after that. Why? You lose your temper because you're losing already your knowledge in music because you have a hot temper to the girls and you fuck the girls after that in the room, in the dressing room. After that, it's a big advantage to you to break down the truth that you will lose control in your practice. You have to discipline yourself, my friend. There's a lot of friends that I have. I will not mention to you. They make girlfriend with them. It's happened to me already, but in me, I'm a practical man that I've said, up to you. Don't do that, my friend. It's a rule for the group. You can practice with me. Then after that, you get the principal property of the commission. The club will not do that. What's happening to us? You have a relationship, then you have to go out with me and play with the song. You know what I mean? Hotel. Oh, fuck. It's very bad also. Your friends say, it's mesmerized because, they are two or three of them. They will fuck every day and every day and every night. It's very bad. In Marabelis, what I played before, one singer, one girl, they fuck the girl. Why? They are four-piece, and I will not mention the group. They fuck the girl so that they have a singer. It's very, what? Sex machine, my friend. It's very difficult for them. Why? They have no discipline. For me, I've learned a lot from them that they are very good bands. But they have no discipline and they no respect with which one is another. They fuck their girl. They fucking bang, fucking girl. It's bad for you, my friend. Use your head in making a musical career. Is very difficult to hot temper band. That's gonna be your the end. Oh, the commission is very difficult. He said, hey, can you play the song that, mesmerized by the NPA, accommodated by the degree of the Bon Jovi. After that, yeah, I know the song. And why you don't sing? They will bomb your group if you cannot sing the song. Why? Because you're pookie. You go there with only to take the ejaculation of life, my friend. Don't do that, my friend. You're a rapist anymore. You know? extravaganza because you're very handsome or very popular, you're very tall and you have big cock and you want to fuck the singer after that. You will lose your temper. You lose your group. You're an asshole, my friend. You that get lost, my friend. If I'm a band leader, I will tell you, I'm sorry, my friend. That's for the customer, the singer. They cannot concentrate because you have a big cock, man. You want to fuck only the singer that you're here. That's a big mistake that you come here to play the song. You get in touch with the singer after that. You want to make lips to lips with me. Like I will not mention me. It's happened to my group. Why? He want to fuck all my singer. I'm still, that's gonna be the end, my friend. Now until now, he's playing with it. The funeral service. He's a good musician, but that's only his idea. The smell is different outside and inside and of the commission house. You know what I mean? So this will be a knowledge for you, my friend, to discipline yourself, to actual promotion of yourself, to be respected from which one another of your band. The band members don't drink alcohol, and that's gonna be a good for you. Uh, a very wide knowledge for your music career. And after that, you will lose your temper outside the country. You get all your documents and passport and everything. You go run to another country, and after that, hey,